Hey guys, get closer. I got a secret to tell you. It's always Jamie's turn, even when he's at a frame disadvantage. And I'm not joking. In my 2-part miniseries, The Secret Art of the Hermit's Elbow, I went over how to take back your turn with the Hermit's Elbow. However, as some of you have so astutely discovered, it doesn't always work. Especially when, at the end of your opponent's block string, they like to stick out a long and long-lasting poke. And this is where 5 HP or neutral standing hard punch perfectly complements the Hermit's Elbow. Here I'm going to show you that for certain block strings, both the Hermit's Elbow and standing hard punch will work to take your turn back. However, there are certain strings wherein only the standing hard punch works. And in those cases, you can interrupt their pressure with a standing hard punch in 2. And the reason why this works so well to interrupt pressure is because, and correct me if I'm wrong here guys, Jamie's standing hard punch is the only hard punch or any hard button in the game that starts up in 5 frames. That's the same speed as most of the cat's standing light kick and even faster than some people's jabs. Now you may be wondering, why not just use standing light kick? Doesn't that also start up in 5 frames? The answer is, sure you can, but the standing light kick has 2 problems. Number 1, if your opponent decides to stop the pressure, then he'll make you waste 3 drive gauges for nothing. But if you use standing hard punch, not only do you not waste meter, you make him block, which means he loses meter. This works because Jamie's standing hard punch is a 3-hit normal, where only the first 2 hits are cancelable. Look. Second problem with using standing light kick to interrupt pressure is due to the damage scaling. Look at how little damage this combo does, as opposed to this one. Okay guys, take out those notebooks and pay attention, because this next part is very important. Lesson number 1. If your opponent likes to pressure you with standing jabs, you block 3 jabs and then take your turn back. Remember, 3 standing jabs, then press standing hard punch. And don't forget to follow up with whatever combo you want. Now keep those notebooks open and keep paying attention, because here comes lesson number 2. If your opponent likes to pressure you with crouching jabs, block 2 jabs and then take your turn back with standing hard punch. Again, let's block 2 crouching jabs, then press standing hard punch. And this will always work regardless of whether your opponent chooses to jab, jab, crouching medium punch, jab, jab, crouching medium kick, or jab, jab, jab. And if you're wondering why this even works on jab, jab, jabs, it's because most of the cast's 3rd crouch jab will whiff on a standing opponent, which means because standing hard punch is standing, it'll punish counter their 3rd jab. Note that there are 2 exceptions to this rule. Number 1, your opponent's playing a character with a big body. Number 2, your opponent's playing a character with a stick. And that is Zangief, Marissa, Lily, and JP. With these characters, you'll have to block their crouching jab 3 times. Again, that's 3 crouching jabs before you can take your turn back. If you try to take it back at 2 crouching jabs, you're going to get counter hit. Note that due to the length of her sticks, it's particularly hard to do against Lily. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't, even after you block 3. In her case, it's probably best to wait till she inevitably hits the standing medium punch and then counter it with your own Hermit's Elbow. And now we'll go over how to use this move on offense so that it seems like it's always your turn. Here's a common block string that Jamies like to use. And here's a common way that people like to stuff it. So instead of going for a block string that can't be stuffed, why not just go for a block string that keeps going? This is actually my favorite way to sustain my offense because, guess what? Even if they block my standing hard punch, it leaves me at a distance where their second attack will always whiff. Hence, it's always your turn. And here's some real match footage to show you how OP standing hard punch is. It stuffs Luke's charge punch thingy, and it stuffs a fireball string on startup. And because it's 3 hits, it's relatively safe against DIs. And as we mentioned before, even if you block or parry it, it leaves you at the perfect space to do it again. Here's Toughest Charge Punch again. Then he gets desperate and DIs, and guess what? It's 3 hits. And that does it, folks. As usual, if you like this, please share, like, and subscribe. Also, did you know that before I became a Street Fighter person, I am a musician, and that's what I do. If you can see my studio behind me. So I've left some links below here, that links to my music from myself and my band, The Blemish. Please go check it out. It'll help feed me and keep creating this content. All right, peace.